in living color. 26 years.
26 rather?
Yes.
Oh, right. 26 years?
Yes.
In the industry.
Yes.
That's a long time.
Really?
Yeah, that's a long time. How do you feel about, coming this far and experiencing 25 years of the award scheme?
Grateful. I mean, and getting the opportunity to be a part of it all these years, I'm just grateful.
You have so many awards.
Yes,
I lost
do.
count. How many do you have?
I think I have 12. The last time I checked, I had 12.
12?
Yes.
VGMAs.
Yes, I do.
That's amazing.
And I also pride myself for the fact that I'm the only one who has, the award itself has been evolving. So it started from wood and then became metal. It was a style, was Ghana with red, gold, green in it, and then the disc and Ghana. I am the only artist in this whole country who has all of it. All the 6 or 5 types. I have each one of it.
That's a big flex, though.
Yes, man. Nobody can touch me.
That's right.
Can't touch me.
I like it. When was your first award?
My first award was Okyeame. The first one, 2000. Okyeame Hip Life Song of the Year.
Yes. Which was the song?
Masanabo.
Come on now, let's go.
And I remember clearly that year we had about 12 or 14 nominations. But unfortunately, that was the very year that Daddy Lumba was also in his prime. So he swept all the awards. But Okyeame, we became the first hip life group to win an award.
Oh wow! But that's a big deal then.
It is a big deal.
Do you have any fun stories from that moment?
From that night,
yeah.
I remember that we wore a mantle made by a designer in Kumasi. And so our producer at that time, his name was Andrew Okyeame. He said, Santa, they are winning award. So I remember clearly.
Wow.
I was in there, that Dubai just winning all the awards we were nominated in. We had almost given up.
Yeah.
And then Hip Life song, I said, for Hip Life, there's no Lumba here. So that's one day.
You have to
take
it.
We are contending with Lord Kenya, we will kill them. And then we took the award.
And you did?
Yes, and we did. I think we probably won an award again for Best Hip Life Group. I don't remember.
Yeah.
It's quite vague, but maybe that one in Best Hip Life Group. So we
got 25 years ago.
Yes, one that night.
But then you particularly, when was your first win as Okyeame Kwame?
My first win was a long time. So after that award, the award gave us the opportunity to go on a US tour with Daddy Lumba.
Come on now.
A company from the US, a touring agent from the US, just came to Ghana and took Okyeame, the biggest winners for the night, Daddy Lumba, and then took us on a tour. Texas, New York, Virginia.
Oh, that was the whole?
Yes, based on the award. So when we went, I saw Bridge, I didn't come back. So we came back 3 years later.
Wow.
And when I came back 3 years later, the Okyeame euphoria had died. The Okyeame vim was off. TikTok and other young artists had made such a big impact that it was really difficult for us to cut through the maze. So I started my solo project 3 years later, I think 2004, 2003. And then that for the next 6 years, there were no awards coming. I was doing features. I was featuring Daddy Lumba, featuring this one. No awards coming. I wasn't even getting nominations.
Did you think that it was the features that would give you the awards?
No, because to be honest, when I came, I saw that Samini had done something incredible. Samini was featuring on everybody's album, and therefore he was tapping into everybody's constituency. So before I started doing the features, it was an Nkase launch at the beach, and then Andy Dusty was the one place. So Andy said, Charlie, no one remembers you, so let's go and try to. So when I went, they said Okyeame is coming. I started rapping, and people were saying, woo, nobody remembered. So I remember that when it got to that time, I started, I have this fast rap that I created.
Yes.
I did my tapa sapata. They say, yeah, it is him, this is the guy. So after that time, I said, okay, how am I to reconnect with my fans and the fans of others, the Samini and the Oboy and all those people? So I will call them. I remember I will call Amanziba and I say, Big Boy, are you recording? I want to come and feature on it. And then through that, I did about 200 and something features. And the features started blowing.
What?
So Daddy Lumba, Rexoma, this one.
200 plus?
I did 219 features within that period. That was how much I wanted it. Now, so as I was doing the features for Samini and everybody, TikTok and everybody, their fans remembered that I was there. So it took me between that time and 2008 to start getting nominations again. And then I've been getting nominations since.
That's right.
Yes.
And tell me about Artist of the Year stories. Yes, please.
Beautiful story. So I done the album. I think I called it My Poetry, My Nsem, and I'd been fortunate enough to go to Tech to study Akan. You know, so I was studying Akan music and sociology, and so my worldview had changed. My understanding of culture, my ethos had changed. I was now drawing from the tradition. You know, so when I did that album, the album was so good because it was cultural. It was drawn from within the people, and the song started hitting on it, you know. So when it was the time, I got about 12, I don't remember, 15 nominations. And around that time, the competition was with Prayer, who had also done Angelina.
That was a tough year.
Exactly. So my wife was pregnant. I remember when I was younger, I used to say that one day I'll take my pregnant wife to the nightclub. Yes, I said this when I was like 15. You know, so I said, this is the night. This is going to be an amazing night. My wife was this month pregnant. So let's go to the VGMA. So we went, we're seated, dressed in similar colors.
That's right.
And we're mentioning the names. And I took that. I got 5 awards that night.
That's right.
Best video, best hip hop song for Middleman and Pema or something. Best hip hop artist. Best this one. And then it was time for the main one for the night.
Artist of the Year.
Exactly. So I had already lost the most popular song, was Kominegu. So I'm telling my wife, I won't get this one. She held my hands like that. And you know, that's what wives do. Whenever you are down, when you are afraid, they come alive.
That's right.
She held my hand like that. And then she said, you will win it. And the thing with VGMA cameramen is that they have a camera position that all the competitors. So if they mention your name, you don't win, then they capture it and put it on their thing. You know, so I'm thinking, if I don't win this thing, how am I going to give them a straight face? So my whole focus was on the camera. And then they mentioned my name. I didn't hear it because I was focused on. And then she said, hey, what, let's go. And then we got up and everybody, KOD and the Dusty, everybody, all the Kumasi people, everybody, because it was not just a win for me, it was a win for Kumasi.
That's right. That's true.
Yes, it was a win for Kumasi. It was a win for Ashanti region.
Man.
Yes.
But what would you say the impacts of, you know, the scheme has been on your music career?
Well, let's talk about the impact on my money first.
Okay, now we like to hear.
Yeah. So the night I became Artist of the Year, I got the opportunity through the scheme to become brand ambassador to a telco. They paid me well, treated me nice, and then that relationship translated into other relationships. Now I guess because that relationship went so well at GT Bank, I had other big companies came to do business with me because of how I had done business and the fact that I had been an Artist of the Year. In terms of international recognition, immediately the Artist of the Year or the VGMA mark became associated with my craft. I started getting opportunities that hitherto that I wouldn't get, you know. In terms of even going to get a visa, sometimes when I'm going to get a visa, I just write to Charterhouse. I'm doing this event. Yes, I'm doing this event. Charterhouse will give me a letter.
That's right.
To whom it may concern. I add it to everything.
Oh my gosh.
And then it works. So beyond that, on the music itself, 2 effects. One is pressure. Pressure to maintain.
That's true.
Pressure to keep up. You know, pressure to beat the standard.
Exactly.
You know, pressure to keep collecting the awards.
That's right.
And that type of positive stress is good for creativity, but it is also bad for creativity. You know, because if there's stress on you, now you are writing the music not because you want to entertain people or you want to heal a certain disease in the society, but you are writing the music for an award.
Because of the award.
You know, and that can mess you up, and you can become overly competitive and create something that the people might not vibe with. Because if it's you are writing a song for the award, then the people don't really care about what you are doing. So it took a while for me to understand that I get the award because the people like the music. Therefore, let me make the music for their
the people.
And the people will give me the award.
Ah, that's a sweet one.
Yes.
Not many people have realized this, you know.
It took a while.
I get you, but it's nice to know that the scheme put some money in your pocket some way, somehow.
Oh, it does.
I mean, you played your part also.
It does.
But that's your individual growth.
I mean,
how about the industry?
I even forgot about it.
What's this?
It changed my price. Immediately after I became Artist of the Year, people no longer came to me 1 Ghana. It came like 7. You know, they're paying me 1. The price changed like 7 times.
That's right.
Yes, and I became popular for overcharging. You know, so it changed everything. But for the industry, what was the question?
I was asking, it's helped with your growth. How do you think the scheme has helped with the growth of the industry, the music industry?
Oh man, it's done amazing. I think that it has become like a benchmark for people to try to reach. It has also become like a gatekeeper, you know, to keep the gates let me say something. There was a year that R2Bs made a beautiful big song. Ajay,
yes.
And I think they were disqualified.
Why? How?
Or something like that, because they said the song was too sensual. Okay. Like, guess what? A year later, they became Artist of the Year by doing the most positive song of the year. So that is the type of effect, the positive effect that I'm talking about.
That's very direct.
When you are in the studio recording a song, you know that if this song doesn't have the right ethos, or it doesn't have the right, it has verbal taboos, and the song is too sensual, it's too sexual, or you are saying things that are inappropriate, that sits well with the culture, it will not be nominated, or it will be disqualified.
And you know it
and
yourself.
You know it. Therefore, you censor it. It causes a certain level of censorship with creativity, which helps the culture, you know. So I think that in terms of creativity, it has a way of drawing out the potential for competition in a positive way. It also has a way of drawing out your prefrontal cortex to censor what you are doing, so that it is cultural. And then apart from that, it brings the industry together in such a loving, fun, altruistic way. The performances, the collaborations, the speeches, you know, it has a way of becoming a melting pot of the industry for that week, for that 3 months, and that night. That's, you know, artists that you've not seen in a long time, performances that you've not seen.
True.
And then beyond that is the mirrors and smoke. It's the stage, the lighting, the opportunity to do that international performance, to sit down and watch it, the ability for the whole world to see it because it's on DSTV.
Thank you.
You know,
streamed online.
The
whole world is watching.
It is a big night. Yes.
I love it.
Yes,
I mean, you are giving us some real good gems at this point in time, and I hope that people who are watching are actually taking notes for when they decide to actually take the big stage as well. What would be your most memorable scene at the TGMAs? Most memorable scene?
Most memorable?
Yes. Give me one.
Was when I was on stage taking
aside
the award. With my beautiful pregnant wife.
Oh, aside that though.
Aside that.
Even though that's beautiful.
Aside that was, my most memorable obviously be the year my brothers took, they took the Song of the Year for Simple. And then Kunta was healing from stroke. And then he came on stage and gave his speech. I cried that night. I cried. My mother cried. Ghana cried. You know, I will never forget that night. You know,
beautiful.
And then but maybe I'm biased because it was my.
And yeah, you even went up stage and gave your own bits as well. You gave your own speech also.
Yes. I paid for the record. I promoted it. You know, I had to go there and be a part. But on the real, I think that was the most impactful, because I don't know what else. I also enjoyed Mr. Drew's performance. Ooh. Yes.
We all talk about Mr. Drew's performance.
There was also an Efia performance with the.
Is it the gospel or?
No. Efia.
You know, Efia had a gospel performance at some point also.
Yeah, they did a performance where there was a really handsome macho man playing the trumpet in the middle. I think it was the very year that Mr. Drew did that performance. Yes, I think that was also. I always love to see Efia perform.
Oh, Efia, that's one hands down.
Yes,
a great performer, all in all, indeed. What would you have to say then to up and coming artists who also aspire to win these awards. Day in, day out, we have these conversations. They say they haven't got an opportunity, they haven't got a chance to get in, their song was good, why wasn't it selected and all that? What would be your solid advice? You've been here, you've been doing this for how long? What would you tell them?
I'll tell them that the award is very important, but it is a byproduct of a reward. The reward is when you have done something that a big constituency of people accept and celebrates. So be more focused on the fans, be more focused on the art, be focused on your team to send the music to the constituency that you think you should reach. The award is a byproduct of doing this thing. So do not be too fixated on winning the award. When I was writing Woso, the last thing on my mind was Artist of the Year or hip life song. The only thing was on my mind at that time was that if there's someone who cannot pay school fees, who's listening to this song, may this song uplift his spirit. If there's someone who's going through a divorce, if there's a child who lives with maybe the auntie and the auntie is maltreating, that child should heal from listening to it. That was the focal point of the music. And because
the people.
It touched so many people, the people demanded that I be Artist of the Year. So be focused on the content and be focused on your team and your ability to take it to the person that you desire for them to hear it. And if they accept it, you win an award.
Right. So they should accept it first.
Yes.
Please, we're taking notes.
Yes.
Thank you.
I'm telling you, the Ghana Music Awards, if the whole Ghana is enjoying a song, it will not be smart for them not to nominate the song or to give it the award it deserves. Otherwise, it is destructive to the scheme.
You make a solid point.
Yes,
you make a solid
it's destructive to the scheme. So be focused on the fans.
Nice one. Now, we've talked a lot about Ghana, right? I'm thinking about, the new conversation. It's quite old, but it's still, quite hot, this conversation about going global with it. And I know that some have said that VGMA has played a role to some extent in, sending music from Ghana to the rest of the world, showcasing our music globally. What would you say the role of the VGMAs, the scheme, has been?
So for me, I think it's bringing industry practitioners from Ivory Coast, from Hollywood, from South Africa, from Kenya, from New York, bringing them for us to have an interaction with them, bringing CEOs and A&Rs from all around the world for us to have interactions with them, their seminars. That backward integration is everything for me because we are producing the raw material and they are using it. And the fact that they are sensitive enough to turn back to say, hey, let's not just keep using this product. Let us find a way to improve its quality, adding real value. I think for me, that has been one of the greatest. I don't even think that the scheme knows. For me as an artist, the opportunity to learn, to integrate, the opportunity to relate to other people and learn best practices is everything for me. And that international thing that they do, not even the concept, I am not too big on sending my music outside.
Okay.
I am interested in learning best practices from all around the world to improve my economy.
Right.
Exactly. So, and that's exactly what they do. And I really appreciate that.
Oh, beautiful. I mean, as we were speaking, it took me back to all the people who have also graced our stages, from different parts, some of the greats and so on and so forth. But I want to know before we leave, how many nominations do you have this year? Do you have any nominations?
This year I have one nomination.
Okay.
I did last year. I did just one single,
song.
And I did what friend then Inshallah with Kimpaluta.
Yes. Oh yes.
It's a beautiful song, and I got one. I think I should have gotten more though.
You think so?
Oh, completely.
Like in which categories?
In the best rapper category.
That's right.
Yeah, because
for
me, I mean, looking at that rap I did versus the rap I have done in the past, I think it was a complete improvement. And it is almost impossible for someone to rap better than me.
Hey, hello, you got to claim it.
Oh yeah, it's true. I mean, I don't even compete.
That's right.
But
you know who you are.
Exactly.
That's what it is. Yeah, I like the energy. That's what it is.
Yes.
And the truth is that there's no competitor. You have your own lane. You have your own craft. You created your own style for yourself.
Exactly.
Nobody doesn't like you.
Exactly.
Truth indeed.
I don't know who did the selection, but I think they should put some rappers on there. Yeah, the rappers will know better.
We're taking notes.
Yes, put some rappers in there. I don't know who is there, you know, but add rappers.
Okay. Add
You know,
rappers.
so,
They've
yeah,
heard.
yes.
Do you have any projects coming up?
Oh, yes, yes. So currently I'm working on releasing some of the songs that I've written because I don't release much.
Yeah,
And
you
I feel my body is punishing me. My dreams are caning me.
Because you're good.
Thank you. Okyeame put out music. So currently I'm putting out music. I have an EP that I did. Half of the songs got burnt.
What?
At when Kodjontwi's house got burnt 3 weeks ago. You know, so we're recording in the studio. So the songs we are trying to redo it. So hopefully in the very near future, I'll release an EP. It's called Love and Hustle. And then I'm also working on a piece of artistic body of work.
Yes.
I won't mention the name yet.
Okay, but at least how many tracks on it?
Oh, that's a full album. That's not an EP. So
Yeah.
the EP will have like 6 tracks, which I've released 3 already.
Already, okay.
You know, so I did the one I just released with Kwame Eugene, then the one with
Paluta?
King Paluta, and a month ago I did with Kofi Kinata. So next year,
Sweet.
I think I'll have to rent Macho Man to come and carry the awards that I'll be taking home. You know, so I'm working on lots of stuff. But beyond that is, you know, 28th July is coming.
Yes.
So World Hepatitis Day
Yes.
is coming, and we've been consistent for the past 14 years.
That's
you
right.
know, so this year too, we are going to organize free screening, free vaccination, and now we don't only partner with Lancet, we also have Noguchi.
Great.
So we are collecting data for Ghana, you know.
It's a big move, actually. It's a big move.
Thank you.
I know that the numbers are also on the rise, so it's always great that we get people knowing what is going on and to also take care of themselves.
Exactly.
And if they do have it, get checked and then, you know, get healed.
Yes, and apart from that, I'm also working on a peace campaign. So immediately for election year,
right.
So to try to use music and art to bring people together to balance off all the conflicts that might arise during the harsh hate speeches and things like that. So find a way. So you will see. We'll launch it very soon.
We can't wait to see, actually. We can't wait. It's something that you do so well with.
Thank you.
And we can't wait to see and enjoy it.
Thank you.
25 years of TGMA. What's your message?
Are you cool? My message is, are you cool? Personally, gratitude. I would like to say a very big thank you to the scheme for contributing in such a positive way into my career and contributing positively into the industry that feeds me. Gratitude, I'm just grateful, and I pray that we are all going to die and this award scheme will continue. It will survive the time, and even after all of us are dead, it will still continue. And then, yes, I think that is my message.
Yeah, long live the TGMA.
Yes, long live the TGMA.
Amen, hallelujah.
Yes,
and it's been a pleasure having this conversation with you.
Peace,
every time so insightful, so
Thank
inspiring. This is Okyeame Kwame himself. We look forward to your work also.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Yes, indeed. Thank you also for joining us. My name is Crystal Kwame Ayi. I've been your ultimate turn-up MC. Big thanks to mod.hq on Instagram for my outfits for today.